Hello friends, welcome to Programming Concepts. My name is Amit and this is part 48 of ASP.NET Core MVC tutorial. In this video, we will learn how to create dropdowns in .NET Core MVC. This is continuation of part 47, delete record from the database without Entity Framework Core in .NET Core MVC. So please watch it before proceeding with this one. I shared the link in the description. Let's get back to Visual Studio and let's run the program. Click on Add Employee and you can see we have a text box department, and this text box expects department ID, but ideally it should be of type dropdown, where the end user can select which department this employee belongs to, as it is really difficult to remember the department ID of each department of your organization, right? Let's implement a dropdown here instead of a plain text box. Let's get back to our slide. So there are different ways we can implement dropdown depending on our requirements. We will discuss these different approaches in different videos. The first and the simplest is to hardcode the value in the view itself with the help of options. For example, when we are defining gender, when we are defining month, or when we define the day of the week, etc. In such cases, the value is static and we already know it's not going to change. In such a scenario, we can hardcode drop-down values. Let's see how to implement that. Let's get back to Visual Studio and stop the application. And within underscore employee details partial.cshtml page, we have our dropdown. As of now, we are using input element to capture the departments. Let's delete it. And instead of it, use the select element. Let's type select ASP for is equal to department, class is equal to form control. Next, use the option tag. So option, close element, and copy and paste this line 3 more times. So within the first option tag, type select department. Next, if you remember, we defined 3 departments in our database: engineering, HR, and PM. So let's create them. Within the second option, type ENG for engineering. Within the third option, type HR. And finally, within the fourth element, type PM, which is product management. So our dropdown is ready. Let's run the program. Click on Add Employee. And you can see we have a dropdown. Let's add some dummy data. Let's say employee name is Greg. His salary is 30,000. And he is from ENG department. So let's select ENG. Click on Submit. And you can see we have an error. The value ENG is not valid for department. I hope you guess what is the issue. Let's go to the Visual Studio, and if you go to our employee class, you can see department is of type integer. And we didn't provide any explicit value to the department dropdown. Hence, text and value are the same in our case. So ENG is not a valid integer value. Hence, it throws this error. Let's correct that. Let's get back to SQL. And you can see ID1 belongs to engineering, ID2 belongs to HR, and ID3 belongs to product manager. Let's get back to our employee partial view. Just add value is equal to 1 for engineering, value is equal to 2 for HR, and value is equal to 3 for product management managers. Let's add value is equal to blank for select department. Save and refresh the page. Let's try to add dummy data again. Let's say employee name is Greg. His salary is 30,000 and he is from the engineering department. So let's select ENG. Save. And you can see data inserted successfully. Click on the back to the list button just to confirm if data updated in the database as well. And you can see we have Greg added in our last column. Simple, extremely simple. Now again, click on Add New Employee button. And you can see within the dropdown, by default, value select department is selected. In case you want some other value to be selected by default when you visit this page, let's say the engineering department. In this case, just use the selected HTML keyword. Let's do that. In our view, partial view, add selected within engineering, ENG. Save and refresh the page. And you can see now we have engineering selected by default. Simple, basic HTML, nothing new. Another very common feature we see in Dropdown is a grouping of items. Let's see how to implement that. Let's get back to our partial view and use tag option group, OPD group above engineering. And to name this group, we have a keyword called label. Let's use it and name it group A. Close the tag and place engineering and HR within group A. Similarly, create another option group tag and name it group B. Place product management within this group. Save and refresh the page. And you can see we have grouping within our dropdown. Simple, extremely simple. Another scenario is where we need to create multi-select dropdown, where the end user can select more than one value in a given dropdown. Let's quickly implement that as well. Let's visit our view once again and just add the multiple keyword within the select element. Save and refresh the page. Let's try to select multiple by pressing the control keyword. As you can see, we are able to select multiple values. Obviously, if we try to save, it will not work because the department is of type integer and here we are selecting multiple. It will generate a list like a list of integer or a list of string. Try to do it by yourself. It is really easy, and if you face any issues, do let me know. Alright. Another scenario, and this will be the last one. Many at times we need to disable some values within the dropdown. Let's disable some value within our dropdown as well. Let's visit our view and just add a disable keyword for the HR department. Save and refresh the page. And now, if you try to select the HR department, you won't be able to succeed because we disabled the HR value. See, simple, extremely simple. Let's get back to the list. And you can see an employee with ID 2 belongs to the HR department. Click on Edit button. And you can see now we have HR selected. Can you guess why? Because we had set ASP4 to the department for our dropdown within our view. I know this is very basic example, but good enough to begin with. In our upcoming videos, we will explore some other ways how to bind dropdown. Alright then, that's it in this video. If you have any queries related to the content of this video, do ask me in the comments. Till then, thanks for watching.